Foremost, all praises, glory, honor goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone that taught us this truth, citation of Yakim, pushing this word day in and day out. Salaki, doing this quick lesson, man, on this SNAP situation. Since Maryland SnapEd program to shut down October 1st. Which is good news because, October 1st is the beginning of the, I guess you could say, fiscal new year for government bodies. Your federal government per se, and even certain state governments, right? So, I say this because they snapping the SnapEd program because eventually they're going to snap the SNAP program, man. The WIC program, women, infants, and children. These entitlement, niggas, even though mostly Edomites are on that shit, or so-called white people. Because you got certain Jakes that look like Edomites, right? Like the Irish and Sicilians and so forth, right? On their father's lineage. But we in Jacob's trouble, man. Isaiah 4:1 right on. Hey, I won't be surprised if the same day the goddamn Trump, ends these entitlement programs, Section 8, food stamps, etc. That'll be the day of Isaiah 4:1. I won't be surprised, man. Because these women gonna come back begging men to get with them real soon, man. All that proud, flipping the weave to the side, them haughty looks. It's going out the window, man. So let me play this video, man. All right.
For the Baltimore region, and she says they're working to get as much as they can get done before they lose their jobs and to help families. But right now, their biggest concern are the resources their communities may not have in the near future. Amy Callahan is a project leader educator for Maryland's SnapEd program.
One of the things we do is we work with food and nutrition services to highlight and promote fruits and vegetables on the cafeteria lunch line. We provide trainings to food service managers, food service staff.
Callahan works with dozens of schools, Judy centers, farmers markets, and food pantries in Baltimore City and county.
In 2024, we reached around 9,000 participants through direct education classes. So that's we are going in teaching the classes to both family teachers and students. And it totaled over 2,100 hours of education.
But soon her job and 70 others like it across the state will be gone due to new provisions in what President Trump calls his big beautiful bill that was signed into law in July. Maryland SnapEd is within the University of Maryland extension and gets all of its funding from the federal government. Money that will no longer exist after October 1st.
It really takes a community, and we were one of those, organizations that really helped people to be healthy.
Lisa Lackenmeyer is the director of Maryland SnapEd and says statewide, nearly 700 community partners at sites that serve low-income individuals, including schools, pre-K sites, and Head Start, will no longer receive programming and support from their office starting this fall.
I do hope that at some point we'll be able to do some of the work again, but I don't see it happening, as of October 1.
And I think right now what we're focused on is just working with our current partners and ensuring they have the materials and resources they need to continue the programming in our absence and hopefully, keep the programs going.
The director of SnapEd says with how fast everything is happening, they're trying to do what they can before their services end. Right now, they're working with their partners.
Yeah, man. And also this could represent the famine too, man, because guess what? Whether it's manufactured or what, right? During the time of a crisis or a famine, hey, them benefits, you could have $1 million on your SNAP card, and you ain't gonna be able to use it because there ain't gonna be no food on the shelf. So, living in some intriguing times, man. All right. So let me get some scriptures, man. Get up out of here. I ain't gonna make this too long, man. I've been going into Isaiah a lot lately, man. Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail branch or rush may do. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, majority of them people that's working in them jobs are women. As you saw the Edomite woman, she said that, come October 1st, she'll no longer have a job, man. So, everyone's being affected. Everyone's dealing with cutbacks. People aren't going out as much. People aren't dating as much. People ain't clubbing as much. People ain't bar hopping as much. People ain't getting married as much. People aren't eating as much. You got certain people used to eat. Salaki. People used to eat like 3 to 5 square meals a day. Now they down to eating only 2 meals a day or intermittent fasting. Because food is expensive. You go out to the store and buy a meal, you're going to spend over $10. I promise you. So imagine doing that 3 times a day. 2 to 3 times a day. That's just going to add up over time. Hey, scripture says, in Isaiah, I believe it's 32 and 11, she shall lament for the teats, man. The so-called black woman's going to lament, man. She's going to mourn. She's going to wail, over them goddamn benefits, man. Okay. So this is just the beginning, man, Trump ending these DEI programs, these entitlement programs. Really, it's all to bring in that draconian beast system, man. Which is long overdue. He's gonna, and then he's gonna bring universal basic income too, and then he's gonna bring in the chip, man. All right, in that order. Okay. Let me get Lamentations 4, man. Lamentations 4. And I can start at 6. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people. Alright. Is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom. That was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her, man. So, hey, man. Hey, this judgment's gonna be bigger than Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And we all know that was torch, from on high, man. All right. So this judgment's gonna be way worse because you got way more people here, way more spirits. This is the land of abundance, man. But it's all in wickedness, man. You got Halloween props in the store already. It's just getting past halfway through August, man. And you got Halloween props up. The hands of the pitiful women have sought in their own children. They have flavored their own children, right? They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people, man. So, hey, man, these bigger women that ain't gonna have these benefits, man, you're gonna see a rise in cannibalism stories in the news, like Newsbreak, mainstream news, local news, all over Babylon, all over America, man. Because Trump, he's putting an end to that shit, man. All right, and let's say certain states, are are providing these entitlement programs, guess what? A lot of them are backed up by the feds, man. You know, or the feds might match. You know, let's say they have a pot, and then the state say, yeah, for every $5 I put in for the entitlement program for Eve, the feds might do double, like $10. So shit's about to get real drastic out here, man. It's already no jobs out here. So these women that get kicked off these programs, especially Section 8, the food stamps, they ain't gonna be able to work their way, you know, through it. You know, they're gonna have to, you know, basically either get with a man of the Lord or get with a man, period, to help them, you know, stay afloat, or just sell the box, you know, point blank. And then, you know, that's gonna bring down the price of box. You know, price of box now, on average, let's say it's $200. You know, most bitches between 100 and 200, man. That shit's about to collapse all the way down to like $12, man. Whatever the average meal price is, that's gonna be the price of box. So right now, the average meal price, let's say, is $12, $15. You know, you got your main course, your side, and your drink. Let's say that's like $15. That's gonna be the price of box real soon. All right, let me hurry on up, man, and get through this, man. Might as well get to Isaiah 32:11, man, real quick. I'll just end off on that. And those SnapEd programs, they wicked as hell too. They not teaching a dietary law, you know. Even though they promote fruits and vegetables, they ain't teaching a dietary law. They telling Eve it's okay for her to feed herself and her sons and daughters, you know, spam and shit, man. Isaiah 32:11, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, you careless ones, strip you and make you bear and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So, hey, these women, man, y'all really about to suffer. You wicked woman, not you sisters, but wicked woman. They shall lament for the teats, for the fruitful, for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vine. All right, so y'all gonna lament for all of them. Man, it was so good in 2020, 2025, 2015, 2010. Y'all gonna lament for them days, you know. And you ain't gonna be able to get your stress off, man. Ain't gonna be no clubs open real soon, no bars, you know, no airports, all the shit you love indulging in. So I'm gonna end it there till next time. Shalom.